When I moved to Charlottesville, I was immediately enthralled by the music scene. And when I came across a band named Bluebird, I was intrigued. Are they at all like Big Bird? Do birds actually perform in their act? I found out. Chad Page is the guitarist for Project Bluebird. I was very excited to see how guitars and birds can mesh. So you are a part of Project Bluebird?
That's correct.
How are birds involved with your band?
Well, I would say the birds are more symbolic than anything.
So there's not a specific bluebird?
Right. It kind of came to me one day. I was like, hey, this sounds like a cool idea, and that popped in my head one day.
So I looked a little bit into the music that you play. It said that it was mostly jazz, funk, with a psychedelic flavor.
Right.
So does that mean that it's an acidic flavor like sour fruit?
At times, maybe the flavor could come off as a little sour, maybe sweet at times, though. You know, that's the whole thing.
So it's not just acidic flavored.
Very much so. Yeah.
It just adds to the whole picture.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a sprinkle.
Right. Well, it makes sense too because a lot of the times, the dosage I know of psychedelics are very small, so you wouldn't want to put too much.
Right.
Flavor in there.
Yeah, you gotta be really responsible with your crowds. You can't be hyping them up too much.
Right.
You know, people will be causing riots. Yeah.
But you know, if people say all publicity is good publicity.
That's true.
So maybe if you did cause a riot, especially in some place like the Southern, if you caused a riot in there, I think the whole town would know.
Oh yeah.
What if you caused a riot of happiness? I think riots are generally associated with looting or breaking things, but what if it was a riot of like writing personal notes?
I think that is probably that's a goal for sure.
Right.
I didn't know that it was a goal until now, but
yes, that would be very interesting. I think that would be all over the newspapers.
Yeah, that would be legendary.
I saw that you use a lot of improv in your music.
That's
so
true.
I took a improv class. I took an acting class in college.
Okay.
Would you like to play an improv game that I learned?
Sure.
Okay, so this game is called Zip Zap Zop. Have you ever heard of it?
I think I have.
Generally, you do this, and then you say zip. I do that to you. And then the next person, whoever I pointed at, does it back. They say zap. And then the next person says zop. And then whenever the person who kind of pauses in between because they weren't ready, they're out.
Okay.
Would you like to start?
I would love to. Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
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 Zip.
Zap.
Zap. Oh no.
That was a very good roll. I think generally, though, people play it with more than two people.
Right.
So it would make it a little bit more challenging. So you said you play the guitar?
I sure do.
How long have you played the guitar?
I've played, I believe, for about 11 or 12 years now. In middle school, I sold some of my like Game Boy games and stuff to buy a secondhand electric guitar from a pawn shop, and I connected with the instrument almost instantly. The first day that I had the electric, I learned how to play the main riff of Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. I don't know how, but it just...
Immediately you learned how to play it.
Right.
By ear?
Right.
That's very impressive.
While I was slightly disappointed that there were no birds in his act, Chad can certainly perform on the guitar. Follow him on Instagram at Project Bluebird Music and tune in to see where they're playing live next. I hope you learned something special today. As always, I'm Arron, and this has been Ask Arron.